here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Om Adhyaya Namaha. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing. It really helps me a lot. Don't forget to check out my website, paradoxastrology.com. Book your consultation today. I can help you with anything. And if you'd like more exclusive occult videos that I don't post on YouTube, consider subscribing to my Patreon. It also helps to support this channel. Okay, this is just a really quick video about retrograde planets and past lives. Now, it is said that when a planet is retrograde in your birth chart, it means that you have some kind of guilt from the past life of the misuse of the quality of that planet. And that now, in this lifetime, you are overly compensating for that, which is very interesting to think about because the guilt of that is what is making you overcompensate. And this is how karma works. When we attach ourselves to the physical world, it starts creating more karma for us. This is why enlightenment is completely detaching from the physical world while still being in it. This is also why if you gain enlightenment in a lifetime, then you destroy your past karma and you start anew. How is it destroyed? Because you no longer have attachment. Whatever we do, it doesn't matter what you do or how you feel. You could even be a psychopath who doesn't really feel anything. Still, subconsciously, you do have these attachments to the physical world, and those attachments will bring you karma no matter what. But the less attached you are, the less karma. So, for example, the more that you advance in sadhana and spiritual practice, the less things bother you. And it's not that those things aren't coming up. It's not like you're stopping events, because you can't stop people from doing what they want to do. But it won't bother you and it won't trigger you. Most people are just reacting, and their reactions come from their trauma. And that trauma can be from this life or the past lives. Say Rahu, for example, which is the material world. And yes, Rahu does go into retrograde as well. If you're using the mean node, you may not see that. If you're using the true node, you will see that. So it really depends on what system. This is why I use both systems. Or it can actually even be Venus as well, depending on it. But say it's Rahu, and Rahu is in retrograde. Then you can see a person trying so hard to show you how much money they have, how much status they have. They're overcompensating. The person who has to have, 50 million foreign cars, they're overcompensating for this because they feel insecure about it. The bodybuilder that has to work out 6 hours a day, it's not his profession or anything like that, but he has to do that because he's overcompensating. He didn't learn that Mars in the last lifetime. So then now it's in retrograde here. So people will do things very oddly, in an odd manner, when dealing with this planet. Now, it's like you're trying to overcompensate for the mistakes of the past life subconsciously. So this is why when you do spiritual practice, you will be aware that you're doing these things, and then you can stop doing these things. But most people will never be aware, because to be aware is to understand the ego and the higher self, to understand when you are operating solely in ego or in the higher self, because people will bounce back. If you have a certain degree of awareness, if you do spiritual work, you'll bounce back between the two. You could be on a very high and very loving and feeling like, okay, everything is one. And then something could happen and it could trigger you, and you could have anger. And now all of a sudden you want to get revenge. Now you just went back into ego. And to understand and have self-awareness, which one you're at, and that will dissolve the karma. I'll give you an example of, say, Jupiter in retrograde. I've noticed this in someone. So Jupiter, it can feel like it doesn't have enough knowledge, the Jupiter in retrograde. So then it will try to put people down to make itself feel more superior knowledge-wise, because it doesn't have the awareness that what it truly wants is to acquire knowledge. So it's just easier to put other people down for their knowledge. That makes them feel intimidated, to kind of put that person on a lower end so that they can feel better about themselves. This is what the retrograde can do. But it's not always negative. Some people can have a very unusual way, say Mercury in retrograde, and a very unusual way of writing. Or they are someone who has to check things 50 million times before they make a decision. Like say if it's a contract, they have to keep looking at the contract and making sure that every single detail is correct. before putting it out, which can be a bonus. If someone has that, they can be very good at certain professions that require extra detail. So it's all how you use this retrograde, and the unique things, the odd things we do are actually make us very unique and very individual, and it's beautiful as well. So don't think of it as just a negative thing, but this goes very, very deep. But I just wanted to explain how the past life comes into this life until you learn it again. And if you don't learn it in this life, it's going to go to the next life and the next life and next life, unless you learn it or you reach a stage of enlightenment where you completely detach from the outcomes of the physical world, and you realize that the physical world is nothing but a projection of the mind. It's all you. So the person that you're getting angry at, or the person you're trying to one up or try to prove yourself to, is actually you. So this is the deeper level of understanding astrology. I thank you so much for watching. I'll make more videos about this, and I'll see you in the next one.